Deltarune is a game that requires much more mechanical skill than most other RPGs. The battle system has attacks you deliberately need to avoid to prevent taking damage, and as such, the damage you take is much more punishing than a standard RPG. This leads to an interesting question. Can I beat Deltarune without armor or healing? Now, you may immediately dismiss the title because you can just get really cracked at the game and dodge everything, which is precisely why I titled the run differently. It's not, can you beat Deltarune without armor or healing? It's, can I beat Deltarune without armor or healing? This will help me hone my skills for the game, and perhaps allow me to play at a more optimal level, and it's just an interesting challenge regardless. The rules are that we can't equip armor for any party members, and we can't use any healing items, including healing spells. The non-healing items, such as the tension items, are perfectly allowed. If a party member dies, we have to wait until they auto-revive to use them again. We'll also try to do as many secret bosses as we can, but they won't be required for the run. I still got out shadow crystals regardless. Starting off, I create my nerd and name myself Jay. Chapter 1 has basically nothing of note, so guess what? Lightning round 5! Wake up, dodge space, fight Lancer, get Rousey, kill Rudens, get Kate, kill Halfies, get Susie, kill Chip, get Sword, kill Jigsaws, reach Checkerboard, kill Pondman, talk to Mr. Society, kill K-Round, lose Susie, kill Clover, rob Starwalker, do Maze, fight Lancer again, get arrested, kill Lancer, talk to Jubble, get the last key piece, go back to Jubble, go back out again because you forgot to actually make the key, go back in and fight Jubble. This is the first part of the run that's even remotely interesting. Jubble is the secret boss and the hardest encounter of Chapter 1. Also, this applies for both him and Spam Tim, but we'll be taking the violent approach because we can actually use the rewards they drop in that case. Anyway, I was rather scared of Jubble at first, mostly his later few attacks and most notably the Chaos Bomb. It's hard as balls to dodge and hits everyone, so it's basically a death sentence if we're roughed up, which we almost certainly will be at the point in the fight the attack appears. So, guess how many attempts Jubble took me? The answer? No, 1. Yeah, I beat him first try. I did so much DPS that Chaos Bomb never reappeared even once, and I practiced this fight a lot beforehand, so most patterns I have memorized. Still, the fact that I was able to do him first try is quite impressive. Now we get the Devil's Knife, the best weapon for Susie up until the end of Chapter 4, giving a massive damage boost and reducing the TP cost of Root Buster, which is a massive help, especially in the later fights and bosses. Now we can move on to the King. Somehow I struggled more here than with Jubble. My only guess is that it's because I haven't fought King in a while and I got rusty with his patterns. Still, even despite the struggle, I did him first try, meaning the entirety of Chapter 1 was completed without a single death. An incredibly smooth start to a challenge run, quite possibly the smoothest I've ever had. Well, Chapter 1 was mostly filler. Let's see what Chapter 2 has in store for us. Well, something I should mention right off the bat is that now that we can gain EXP, we'll want to kill as many enemies as we can for levels. The extra health really adds up for the later fights. I don't care about being the morally correct, righteous superhero, I just want to beat the game, okay? Of course, I'm not going to do the most evil route possible, because fuck me, I am not doing Snowgrave Spamton without heals, and also because I have no reason to do Snowgrave. Anyway, there's nothing interesting, so Lightning Round 6! Fight Noelle, kill Werewires, get Rousey, enter Night City, kill more Werewires, get Newbridge Treasure, kill Tasks, play Punch-Out, kill Varavarakun, get killed by Noisemaster, wait a second, kill Noisemaster, kill Smorgasbord, get Ragger 2, kill Birdly, fall, lose my friends, do the car puzzle without the stop sign because I'm so wicked fucking cracked out of my gourd at this game, kill Pop-Ups, encounter Birdly, get Noelle, kill Ambulances, do more puzzles, encounter Birdly, kill Billiardly, Birdly, spare Spamton.
Is your baby crying? I'll make them stop. Go to sleep, 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 go to get time for you. La da da la da do, yeah.
Become a big shot. Filler. Beat with the party again. Give Birchley, Billiardly, Brinchley, Bernie, Birdly a plushie of himself. More filler. Get arrested again. Shovel overflow. Lancer gets sick with a disease that totally won't be retconned in Chapter 3, I swear, guys. Solve light puzzles. Witness, I'm out of fighting names for Burleys. Backstory. Lancer gets stoned. Buy Keygen. Kill Swatchlings. Kill Task Manager. Order a pizza from Gasco. Do the teacup thing first try. It's not hard, people! Make Spamton a big shot. Get shot. Spamton gets shot. Here we are, second secret boss. Spamton Neo is commonly viewed as easier than Jevhold, so I wasn't extremely concerned going into this fight, but I knew it wouldn't be a cakewalk. No, and since you're probably wondering, yes, F1 is banned here. Anyway, I accidentally enraged Spamton during the start of the fight, but he calms down before it actually begins, so thank God I don't have to do him enraged. I've actually practiced a lot on this fight, possibly even more than I have on Jevhold. On top of that, we do a huge amount of damage per turn, especially with Rude Buster, which I almost always have active. Combine all of this with the lack of an extremely threatening attack like Chaos Bomb for Jevil, and it's no surprise that I beat him first try. I also enraged him during his final attack because he's funny. Anyway, I get the Puppet Scarf, by far the best weapon for Rousey, turning him into a powerhouse that can even outdamage Susie with a crit. Thanks to the Puppet Scarf, the rest of the mansion is easy, including Mouse Wheel, Rules Card, who I killed in 2 turns by the way, and Where Wire. And now we fight the Queen, without any music because I forgot to change it. That made the fight very awkward. It was still very easy though. My damage was fucking monumental. I absolutely melted her with the Devil's Knife and Puppet Scarf. I have to play the more violent option for these bosses more often. The weapons are incredibly fun. Now all that's left is Giga Queen. But here's the thing. I've played the original Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, all the way up to Tyson himself. The battle was already decided the moment I was a contender. So yeah, Queen got card stomped, realizes that the end of the world is not a very kick W, and lets us seal the fountain. Even though I died on perhaps the stupidest boss to die on in the chapter, Chapter 2 was basically the same as Chapter 1, and I doubt Chapter 3 will be much different due to how little of it is actually in combat. Oh, and just ahead of time, I'm not doing E-Ram. I have no reason to do it because I can't equip the mantle, and the fight is the same without it. Plus, it sucks. Anyway, it's TV time. Mostly the same as usual. Lightning round 7! Chug water, cause a divorce, do quizzes, kill Shadowman, touch cacti, find the mailroom, refuse to push Rousey, do more quizzes, get keys, deliver food, fight the water cooler, solve puzzles, kill Pippins, take pictures, kidnap El Nina, kill Shutta, polyamory, get ready to rock, smash keybinds, find Toriel, get kidnapped. Off is a 2008 role-playing video game developed and published by Belgian team Unproductive Fun Time. Shoot people, kill more people, answer more questions, Metal Gear Solid, fight the water cooler again and do it first try. It's not hard, people! Shoot more people, more quizzes, more polyamory, more filler, more snow. And now we arrive at the tenant fight. I decide to make the executive decision to kill my TV, which you should do too. Kill your TV. Kill it. Stab it. Punch a hole through it. Smash it with a blunt object. Bend it over your knee. Break it. Kill your TV. Kill it now. I also play WarioWare while killing my TV because I am an ADHD-riddled child who has an attention span shorter than this sentence. Now that I've killed my TV, it decides to be nice and gives me my before. Oh. The night. I tried. I really did. The Knight is already the hardest fight in the entire game, even with the Shadow Mantle, and having to do it without it, let alone without any armor healing, is an incredibly tall order. This gets even worse when you consider that he can literally one-shot Rousey at full health, and once he's down forever. We might as well be doing this fight no-hit for all the difference it makes, and I am not skilled enough to even attempt doing no-hit runs. To really prove how much I tried to do this fight, I have over an hour of footage of me trying again and again to kill this bastard. The closest I got was the final cutter attack, but I died there. I eventually threw in the towel after that, and I had to do the fight with armor and heals. Of course, it was still incredibly difficult due to the fact that I had no mantle. You never really realize how much farther the fight is without it. But finally, I just barely managed to defeat him. Also, this doesn't mean the run is invalid, as this was an optional boss that I was only doing for the Shadow Crystal. Still, even beating the Knight without the Shadow Mantle is probably more impressive than the entire rest of this run. Also, the Black Shard is an insane weapon for Chris, making them our party's best damage dealer. And now we move on to Chapter 4. Because of how insanely inflated our HP stats are, and that we have every secret boss weapon, we should be able to steamroll this. So let's roll through in lightning round 8! In just broken glass, get my boo-boo kiss, kill Gue, kill Balthazar. Things go dark. Turn on the lights.
What are you youngins doing?
Oh, right, Gerson. Our aimless wandering led us to him because we couldn't see.
Just use a flashlight, dumbass.
Right. I forgot to mention that Gerson is fat and old and sucks a lot of dick. Anyway, back to the lightning round. Kill Balthazar. Get booked. And Gerson broke the prophecy.
Whoops.
And now he's continually going in the wrong direction.
Hey, I don't remember things too good. My brain is too full of this fairy porn thing you millennials are so obsessed with.
We bring the old man back to his retirement home and kill his books. Ralsei parks his butt, and I play some more piano before things get even darker. And no, I don't have a flashlight, jackass. Speaking of Jack, it's time for Jackenstein. I would make a joke about how this video is taking too long, but it really isn't. I'm only like 11 minutes in, if my estimates are correct. I don't use my TP items as I'm saving them for the Titan, but I do enable the funny speedrunner option that makes all of his dialogue 10 times funnier, but quickly disable it because I take way too much damage with it. Anyway, old Jackie feels the light of a law and becomes purified because of it, but now he won't shut the fuck up and— oh great, you're back.
I just lost my keys and I'm looking for them. Don't mind me.
Well, ignoring him, I heal Jackenstein, making him close his fucking mouth. Now that I can climb, I admittedly just cheat to get to the Gerson fight early. Now that we can fight him, and oh my god, this fight was painful. It wasn't nearly as bad as the night, but the way this fight is structured heavily rewards using Susie's okay heal ability, to the point where the fight becomes insanely difficult without it. Gerson kicked my ass way too hard without it, despite my top-notch tennis playing with him.
Son of a girl, you better shut the fuck up and learn to respect your elders, or I'll kick your ass 6 ways from Sunday.
Just because of how the fight was structured, I had to use the heal, but I still did with the fight with no armor, so that's at least one of the parameters complete. Because I beat him in tennis, Gerson decides to give me this cool-ass hammer, which is better exclusively for the Titan fight. I mean, it is the final fight in the game, but it's kinda disappointing. The reduced TP cost of Jevel's knife is really that powerful.
Hey, I ain't a wizard, I can't make your buster better.
Well, I continue on to play a beautiful song on the piano, and by a beautiful song I of course mean Megalovania. Well, the path is now free, so I can do more filler! Anyway, we're back in the not-so-light but also not as dark world, and I give Susie a knife before Chris turns 3/4 perspective. And now we're in upside-down land where nothing makes sense, the pianos move, and the color gradient is off. And now it's time for more fucking filler. I also get the egg for some reason, I have no idea why. Hey, guess what time it is? That's right, it's time for even more fucking filler! Yeah, as much as I love Chapter 4, it uses the climbing segments way too much, and it drags the chapter out to an unnecessary amount. Half of these climbing segments could be removed, and the game would have been much better because of it. Anyway, now we've ventured into advanced darkness, and this statue of Gerson tries to kill us, but we use the brightness beam instead. Susie then threatens to kill Ralsei because she's bored, and then we wake up in right side upland, kill more nerds, do some sick kickflips on the piano, and find the knight. He thinks it would be mad funny if the world ended right now, so he summons the Titan. What's that? You want to fight the Titan? Nonsense! You need to do 15 more minutes of filler climbing content before you actually get to the fight!
Fun!
Okay, now that we're actually at the Titan, I immediately use all of my TP items and remove half its health. That was totally worth a 15-minute build-up. Karma bites me in the ass, and Chris dies, so I have to wait for them to wake up before I can finish the fight. I almost died because of this, and yet, as I unleash and whittle down its HP, it only heals back up. But the old man stayed. He stayed. An aging knight, set in his ways.
When you block out the sun, I'll turn on the lights. Many versus one, in continuous strife. This war has changed us too. We are not the same. It's just me and you, as the world begins to wane.
Well, with Kirsten's help, we were able to stop the Titan, and we sealed the fountain, proving that yes, I can beat Deltarune without armor or healing. We sure went through a lot of trouble, but we made it out in the end. I'm sure Susie and I can do anything together. Well, we come back home and find out that Sans Undertale has fucked our mom. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.